Hello, my name is Cheryl Mathis with the Kentucky Valley Educational Cooperative. Today we're going to discuss the function of behavior. When dealing with challenging behaviors, it's very important to consider the function of the behavior. So let's look at the four functions of behavior. The first, access to tangibles. For example, I had a student one time who loved a little green army man. The student would often hit staff to obtain access to the little green army man. Most of the time, if he hit the paraprofessional, she would surrender the little green army man. So therefore, the behavior continued because it was successful each time, or the majority of the time, to gain access to the little green army man. The next is access to attention. For example, a student punches a staff person in the face to gain attention from his teacher. So, in this particular case, the student probably does not know how to effectively ask for attention. So, in the past, he's probably punched the teacher or some adult in the face, and immediately he receives lots of attention. The next is escape. For example, a student throws himself on the floor when presented with a worksheet to escape the assignment. In most cases that I've been involved in, if a student throws himself on the floor once a worksheet is presented, most of the time that worksheet goes away, and most of the time that student typically doesn't have to come back and do that assignment. So in this particular scenario, the student was pretty successful at escaping participation in that assignment. Another typical thing that I see are students who are sitting in circle time, who maybe hit another child or is disruptive in some way, maybe screaming or yelling. In a lot of cases, the student escapes that circle time activity because typically an adult will come and remove the child from that situation. So therefore, the child escapes. The next is sensory stimulation. For example, a student may do a hand flapping repetitive motion in front of his face. Oftentimes, this is sensory stimulation for that child. It feels good to the child, and they often continue that behavior. So that's sensory stimulation. Understanding the function of behaviors helps us to decrease challenging behaviors and increase desired behaviors. Teachers can do this by teaching students better ways to get their needs met. For example, if a student hits school staff to gain attention from the teacher may want to think about strategies for teaching the student a more appropriate way to access attention. Again, my name is Cheryl Mathis from the Kentucky Valley Educational Cooperative. My email address is included on the slide.